Hello Crescent Moon Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 1 Advance with me, Blue Ankylo. So I've just traveled back to where we were supposed to be to continue the main game, and one thing happened that's very convenient for my purposes. We got one level up on the journey back, and that's enough for level 6 magic. So luckily we can upgrade our spells before we go to the next dungeon. The next dungeons are some of the more difficult ones. So we definitely are going to buy some spells. So Thundaga, just like Firaga, is your level 3 lightning spell. Very nice. Quake, we learned in the last episode, is very effective. When your choices are kill someone, kill everyone, and stun one person, it seems the choice is pretty simple. We'll try killing people over just stunning them. Seems simple to me anyway. And for white magic, let's see. Right, so there's a little bit of a choice here. Now, exit is similar to warp, is not, you can't learn it as a mage. The white mage for exit or the teleport spell for the black mage. So we won't be able to get that. But you can get Protara and Invisira, which are both decent spells. These are the two I was thinking of that would have been handy for the boss fights, because I can improve the party's defense quickly with those two, rather than trying to cast individually on each person with the early level spells. That leaves Stona, which costs 13,000 gil to cure stone. If you remember, a gold needle costs, I'm not sure if they sell them here or not, but I think they were 500 anyway. Point is, you can buy 26 of those before you would need to buy the spell, and I think 26 gold needles would serve you for the entire game, and anyone can use a gold needle rather than only the white mage casting the spell. So I'll save that magic slot for exit. So right, at this point in the game, not counting the bonus dungeons but just part of the original game, you basically have two choices. You can go to the volcano like they've told you, or you can go to the ice cave, which doesn't progress the plot per se, but it unlocks kind of the rest of the map. I won't spoil too much, but essentially if you go to the ice cave, after that you can do pretty much anything you want out of order. So the ice cave is kind of your playing the game out of order direction, whereas the volcano is the, first place you're supposed to go. I suppose if you really are having a hard time with the fire cave, maybe you should try the ice cave, but usually I seem to remember that the ice cave is a lot harder, so I don't think that'll help you out too much. In fact, in the NES version, the ice cave was one of the most grueling dungeons there was. Lots of horror stories about the ice cave. So anyway, as I said earlier a couple times, I'm planning on playing the game sort of in the order you're supposed to, so we'll go to the volcano first, because that's the only thing that the villagers have really mentioned. I don't think anyone's told us about the ice cave yet, so we won't go there. So there's a bit of a swamp maze. If you look really closely at the map, maybe enlarge it, you can actually just look at the, you can just follow the lines and figure out how to get there. So it's not that bad of a maze. And here we are. Didn't take too long. If you noticed, while you're using your canoe in any sea or lake, you do fight different enemies, and they're fairly tough, so watch yourself. They're generally weak against lightning, like most water monsters, so that's handy too. So the volcano, this, similar to the Cavern of Earth, will probably take us a couple videos. We'll see how far we can get. There's definitely some stuff to be careful of down here. These things, I don't think you have to worry about too much. Probably most stuff is going to be weak against ice. It sort of makes sense in the volcano. If you're not sure, you can look them up in the bestiary. I'm probably not going to spend the time. But instead of fire spells, you should probably upgrade to ice or maybe even lightning, I don't know. Oh, that didn't do very good at all. Well, maybe ice isn't worth it. Have to bite my tongue again, telling you guys advice, and it's not worth anything. Anyway, these things shouldn't have to worry about too much. I wouldn't really waste my time. Second floor, if you go directly to your left, you will finish the floor. But if you want treasure, you have to go in here through the maze. And we want our treasures. Tile battle. Fire elementals. Very similar to the earth ones. Pretty tough. Can do a lot of damage. Luckily at this point Cecil has pretty good defense, so he can handle it. But just like those earth elementals, if they beat up on one of your mages, it'll hurt. So one thing to note, oh there you go, you get to see the ogre mage cast a spell. Because we did that earth gift shrine and Sabin did get some armor out of it, he will be slightly tougher than he should be, I guess. You know, like he'll have more defense than, you know, if you're playing the same game as me and you didn't do the earth gift shrine, because you're not going to find that armor anywhere else. So that's something to keep aware of. It's not going to make a huge difference. Basically it's going to take him, well, in this playthrough, all it's going to do is make up for his really low hit points this time, because he's not doing good on hit points. So at least he'll have a little bit more defense to make up for some of that. Again, that's a level up with 6 hit points if you caught it just flashing quick. So not terribly impressive this time around, unfortunately, but with a little bit more defense that should help. He's up to 8 hits though, definitely doing good on his attack power, just I don't know, he's not, like I said early on, usually he has the highest hit points, but oh well. Yeah, that's gotta be careful here. Those fire elementals, they're still tough. There was kind of, I guess, you know, I mentioned just as we entered here that probably the enemies are weak against ice. Now that I think about it, in the NES version, that's not all that reliable, actually. A lot of the monsters are strong against ice, even though it seems they shouldn't be. Well, I guess I'll check quick, just because now that I've mentioned it, I kind of have to check. Let's see, where are we? Horned Devils. They are resistant to fire and ice, so lightning is the way to go, and these things are weak to ice, so that's good. So I guess it just depends on what you're fighting. Unfortunately, not everything is strictly weak to ice, so it's not a, you know, it's not a easy rule to remember always. Anyway, not that it worries too much, just punch things to death. That seems to be the way it works. Oh man, encounter rates of doom. Doom! Most of these oh, come on, guys. What I'm trying to say is, most of the treasures on this floor are not terribly important. You know, they're not, I don't think it's going to be much better equipment than we already have. But, oh dear. Okay, everyone cross your fingers. This is almost worst case. The absolute worst thing that could happen. We're gonna flee, and then try to blizzard them if you get to turn. Pyralisks used to be called Paralisks, and unless something's changed, there we go, they kill you. One shot, easy kill. I do not like these guys, and you won't either. With 4 of them, if you're really unlucky, they could probably kill your entire group in no time. So getting ambushed by a bunch of Paralisks is bad news. Bad news bears. And then of course, because you come back with 1 hit point, you have to waste all your MP healing up. Yeah, they're not cool. Either run from them immediately or try to deal with them as quickly as you possibly can. I think I'm going to try just casting Blizzard. Unfortunately, for 8 MP, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. Nah, it's not going to be worth it. Just trying to find ways of speeding this up without totally wasting all of our magic. Yeah, as usual, as you've probably gathered at this point, it's pretty common for treasure chests to be guarded by these tile battles now, and elementals are good defenders, I guess. So, a great sword, I think... no, it's not that great. It's good against giants if you're worried about giants. You know, I think technically, I'll equip that for a second. I think that'll actually get us a 5th attack with Cecil. Or not, but we'll find out. Yeah, look at that. So maybe it's a little bit better for a minute. Seeing as we did have to fight that real tough boss to get it. A little bit lower attack power, but Hey, we could use a cool ninja sword. What else was I going to say? Basically, the treasure chests are often guarded by tiled battles, so you can't really avoid them. What else is there going on? Nothing too much. This is a pretty mazy... Oh, ambushes. A very mazy floor, but you only have to do it once. Once you've got the treasure, if you come back to this level, you can just skip it all. So that's nice. Unfortunately, this is the kind of floor that really drags on the Let's Play. My goal here is to finish the first 2 floors, which have the vast majority of the treasure. And if I can get that done in this episode, then in the next episode I should be able to... Oh, come on, guys. In the next episode I should be able to zip right through it and get to the end. At least that's my plan, anyway. As it is, time keeps dragging on, and we are not successfully running away, so that's not helping. I suppose it's possible if you bring a thief, you might have a better chance at running. I'm not sure if that works, but if you bring a thief in your party and you seem to run away quicker, good for you. Money, good. Fire hydras, well, we haven't killed one of these before, so we shall kill one. In fact, I don't think we've even met a normal hydra. Normal hydras are in the rivers, so it didn't do that good against us. Grey oozes. They're the same as from the marsh cave, right? Nothing to worry about. This one, I believe. Except I'm immediately attacked by Ankeg. I don't know how you pronounce that. Ankeg. They were called Peeds. P-E-D-E in the original game, as in centipede. So, back then it was easier to remember and pronounce. Guardians. Alright, this time let's be tricky. We'll cast a bunch of magic. We're doing good. Let's try this. See if it speeds up the battle. If we're lucky, perfect split, we get to go first. And huzzah! Well, that's nice. Okay, so only 1 guardian there, that's nice. The random encounters continue to foil us. I have no idea what these things are weak against, so I'm just going to go with Blizzara. They're probably not weak against anything, but you know, at least we killed 2 in the first round. I'm trying to keep things quick for you guys. Unfortunately, my encounter rate seems a lot higher than what I'm used to when I'm playing, for the most part. But maybe this is just normal, I don't know. Maybe now that I'm trying to keep it interesting, suddenly it's much more noticeable when everything's out to get you. Oh shoot. There's kind of a trick to avoid a couple fights here, and I almost messed it up actually. It's not a big trick. But if you know where the tiled battles are, you can avoid a couple here. If you walk on the outsides, so you don't walk directly down, like if you, well, like I said, walk around the outside of those 2, you'll miss a couple fights, I think. Come on. Either Vivi, go first. Okay, good. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Come on. Almost there. And good. I don't care if we get to kill him or not, as long as we escape. More. This is not good at all. Come on, guys. Someone get the luck for the team. Come on, guys. These fights drive me crazy. These are my stressors. And almost. Good. Whew. Alright, so now we found the giant chest room. Isn't that nice? And there might be some good stuff in here. Mithril helm. A tent. Not too good so far. Nothing we don't already have. Okay, this is a tile battle, but you have to if you want that chest, so no choice. Lava worm, though, I don't think he's too bad. He might have quake, actually. If I know some of the worms have quake, and that could be bad, but I'm not sure if the early worms like this guy has it. I think there's called sandworms later on that have quake. Some antidote, some money, not really worth our time too much. Mithril axe, mithril shield, well, a lot of stuff we can sell for some money, but unfortunately, for all of our treasure looting, nothing that great, really. I'll do a little bit of healing here quick, just to make sure we stay on top of things. But yeah, so I guess that's my point. This whole floor, there's no real reason to go get all this treasure, unless you really need the money, I guess. You'd be perfectly fine just skipping it and going to floor 2. So anyway, but I'm let's playing it, and you know, like I was saying again way back, if it was your first time playing, you wouldn't know. You'd just, you know, start exploring. You'd probably get lost a couple times and do a bit of extra backtracking. So at least we did it in an efficient manner. But I'm pretty sure I remember myself, like the way I usually play would be to just skip all this stuff. There's a couple treasure chests you want, but other than that, it's nothing that great. I'm not even sure if Thundera can kill them all. I just figured I'd try, because last time the runaway didn't work. Today it did work. There is one little trick coming up I'll show you. There are fire tiles on the ground, and you take like environmental damage if you step on them. So you'll take, I think it's maybe 2 or 3 damage per person per tile or something. And that might sound bad, so you'd think you need to dodge it, but it's not that bad. These are the lava tiles. You kind of flash, take a bit of damage. But the really good news is, as long as you walk on a fire tile, you won't encounter any enemies. You'll only encounter them on these normal tiles. So I usually just stick to the fire as much as I can, and then just heal after that. I find it's more efficient that way, just for time and everything. So yeah, that's what I like to do. Alright, so I said level 2, that's not what I meant. I meant the second treasure floor. There's a bunch of these little, there's nothing on these floors except lava. And this one has just some lava and a little bit of a maze. This is the correct direction to go. If you walk the other way, you just get lost. And because I walked through the lava, we took some damage, some fire damage, but look how fast that went. Hardly any fights at all. And this is probably the main useful level. There's actually some good treasure on this one. There's also some battles that I'm trying to avoid here if I can sneak around. Maybe not this time. Fire lizards are nothing to worry about though. They had kind of a funky name in the NES version. I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was nothing I understood when I was a kid. Some weird, I think it started with an A and then whatever. Doesn't matter. Point is, they're easy. And a fire Gygus. So we're moving on up in the world of enemies. These guys are fairly tough. Fairly is kind of the correct term. Nothing to worry about. And a lava worm again. I don't mind when we get in random encounters with one enemy, because it goes pretty quick generally. But I don't like it when we run into 9 and they ambush us and they all get a free attack, because it just seems to drag on for on and on and on. So, you know, that's what I'm thinking. Another kind of lousy treasure, a little bit of money. Now, not to say money's pointless at this point, it's just not that good. Oh, you know what? We got lots of magic. Let's just blast them. We're still going to need lots of money. You saw how expensive the level 6 spells were. Well, level 7 and 8 spells are even more expensive. And also there is a couple pieces of equipment we'll want to buy, and a plot item we'll need to buy. And they add up pretty quick, so if you're playing the NES version, you'll have to really save your money. But on this version, it's not as hard. So this is the room you really want to go to. Not for that, or that, or those, or that one. That's what you like. Those familiar, and that's pretty good too, actually, for that matter. But those familiar with Final Fantasy games know that the Ice Brand is a strong ice broadsword. So say goodbye to that weapon we worked so hard to get. We've got one that's better in every regard now. And we've also got a shield that will help. I'm not sure exactly the elemental properties, I don't remember them all perfectly, but it's pretty safe to say that Cecil will now take less damage from fire attacks and deal extra damage to enemies weak against ice. Pretty safe to say. So anyway, that's the big treasure you wanted. Ice Brand is a really good weapon, especially in Volcano. We went to this one. No. So now it kind of tricks you, because it looks like the place where you came down from the previous level. So you'd think you just keep going down to progress, but there's actually a little treasure room up here too, so it's a little bit sneaky, I thought. If you're not paying attention, you might not notice. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's really obvious and I'm just slow. Let's see. I'm not even sure if there's anything worth your time, but you get a cottage. Well, they're not bad. And a little bit of money. Well, if that's worth your time, then come on up. If it's not worth your time, don't bother. So now, I'm actually feeling pretty good. We're almost done this level, and I'm kind of thinking today's episode, or tonight's episode, whenever you watch, of course, I think I'm just going to make it a little bit longer, because I'm feeling good, and because the last episode was just a bonus dungeon anyway, I'd like to get some plot working quickly for us. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to extend the episode and finish it right in one batch. I didn't really like the fact that the Earth Shrine took three videos to get through, so because we're almost done, there's honestly hardly anything left. We've gone through the majority of the level already. We're doing real good. So anyway, it's nice. It's feeling good. And 2 more. Oh, I didn't even pick up the treasure chest. Arg. Okay, that was dumb of me. Very smart. It's probably nothing. Oh, it is nothing. But yeah, I could have gone up the right side and avoided the fights. Oh, yeah, here we are. This is the last floor already. So, yeah, no problem. We might as well just finish it up. A little bit of healing here. There are some tough random enemies on this floor if you're unlucky. And we're running low on magic too, MP. So, I think we'll be okay. Oops, that was a bit of a waste. But you want to watch yourself. This is the direction to go. This is a 8-room all in a circle kind of level. So if you want to explore all the rooms, go ahead. But I can pretty much tell you there's nothing in them except for the one on the left side and the down and left side. So that's just how it works. This one has a treasure chest. You would like this treasure chest, but beware. It's guarded by our first dragon, a red dragon. And you can pretty much guarantee he can cast fire spells. And if we had an ice spell better than Blizzra, we would use it. So dragons traditionally have a lot of high attack power and fairly good hit points, but not that bad. So we got him. If he uses his flame breath attack, whatever it's called, it will do a lot of damage. But there we are, we've got massively improvement on our armor. It's pretty equivalent to that knight's armor that we couldn't afford. Probably better evade by a large margin, and also protection against fire. So definitely an improvement over iron armor anyway, and certainly over mithril. So our warrior, Cecil, is now pretty pimped out. He's got some nice gear, really nice weapon and armor and shield and all that, so we're feeling good. The only problem I can foresee is that Rosa is really low on MP, and we've got a fight coming up, but hopefully we'll have enough to carry us through. Vivi should be fine though. Alright, we got to level up too, so that's nice. Because we're done. The entire... You know what, I'm going to use just some potions here because we're so low. I'm going to need whatever MP I've got, so let's be a little frugal. Alright. And we'll save just in case. And let's see what we got. So you are the ones who defeated the Fiend of Earth and roused Merilith from her slumber. Merilith? I thought this was Carrie. Different names for different games. Oh, it's a snake with swords. The power of the burning flame is mine, and mine alone. Those who would oppose me shall burn in hellfire. Big boss. Alright, let's do it. Probably wise to get Null Blaze first up. And then, just like all the bosses I tend to do, haste and temper for the most part. If I remember correctly, you actually can put her to sleep, so it's not a horrible idea to try that. And I liked, now that I've got Null Blaze and these protection spells, Although I'm really low on MP. I like having those on because she has a lot of physical attacks. So that should help us out. Yeah, Cecil's going to be the big damage bringer this time. So that's the Protora spell that increases everyone's defense a little bit. Not a huge amount, but it's better than nothing. It might stack, it might not, I'm not sure. And then Invisora is a good follow-up spell because it improves your evasion. So she's getting 6 hits. With this, hopefully she'll miss a couple times. She's got 6 swords, so, you know, kind of makes sense. We're up to 16 hits, though, and 10 hits. I think we got her. I'd be really surprised if she can come back. Temper on Sabin. Yeah, she's getting 4 hits. She's doing less and less damage, and we're doing more and more. So I think we're good. She didn't. This is another boss where she has spells, but she's just not using them. So our boss luck has continued. That was a piece of cake. Excellent. And thus, the Light Warriors have brought back hope to the fire, the element of fire. The crystal has been relit. And we dance. Everybody's dancing. And of course, although we've not even found this location yet, the bonus dungeon, the second bonus dungeon, the fire one, has now been opened now that we've beaten Carrie, or Marilith, sorry. Although we have no idea where that is yet. And there, look at that, no problem. Earth and fire complete. Well, that's how we do a level, no problem. So that'll wrap up today's episode. I apologize if it's a little longer than normal, but we managed to beat an entire dungeon in one go, so that's always good. Thank you for watching, and hope you've enjoyed. Next episode we'll go tackle the next dungeon, which is quite the opposite of this one. So thanks for watching and have a great day.